Are we on? Hi! Oh my God, we're back after a month.
Hola.
Hello.
We're playing Into Space, which is the greatest game in the world.
Yes. Into space.
Space.
We are the Dreadies. You got Ken Howl, Andrea Elliott-Johnson, Daniel Holker, the Drizzle, and myself. Hopefully we'll have a few others. We will announce them as they join. And we've been playing this game for a minute. A whole couple minutes. If you guys want to recap, please check out our episodes. They're everywhere on the YouTubes. Go to DreadLore. You might ask what DreadLore is. It is a game system, and that is what we're playing. You can find out more about it at dreadlore.com. The production of this show can be thanked to Couchfire Media Productions. The music is all lowercase letters and Mr. Interrupt. And we want to thank the Patreon. That's right, we got a Patreon. If you want to join it, please do. Patreon.com/DreadLore. That's LORE. I want to thank the Patreon peoples. Tim Roberts, Daniel Holker, Nostalgic, and Natalia Cline. You too could be a patron. You could be a citizen if you want.
Get on there and patronize us.
That's right. Yeah. So wow, it's been an entire month since we've been on, y'all. And in typical fashion, we've started exactly on time at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. Any questions, y'all?
I think we should thank Twi Replay Productions for all the shit they do.
I don't know about them. I don't know.
Who's the sponsor? Holker.
Tonight's sponsor is the Lizard People. They lurk within many of us, but you would never know. However, one thing you do know about them is that they sponsor this podcast.
Do we know anything about them?
Well, they're
Sponsor
rivals.
this podcast.
They are rivals of the Momen. We do know
And the
that.
crab people.
And the fish people.
Fucking fish people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you, reptilian people. Wasn't there a movie? Wasn't it They Live? That's about
no.
V for
V.
Victory. That's right.
Yeah, because there was a TV show. There were 2 TV shows and a movie.
No, it wasn't V for Victory because
It's just V.
okay, because I think V for Victory is
Oh, yeah,
Michael
yeah.
Caine. It's like a soccer movie or a rugby movie or something.
And the Zorn from Star Trek.
The
Yeah,
Zorn.
it's-
That's right. Wait, I think it's Zorn?
Or is it
The
Zorn?
Gorn. The
Zorn.
Gorn.
The Gorn. Yeah. I
Gorn.
knew it was a
The Gorn. Yeah.
to go our Orn.
Gorn are Bad News Bears. They're kind of like velociraptors in the new one. Anyway. Lizard people. You guys find yourselves your characters. It's been a month. Introduce your characters, okay? We'll start with Drizzle.
I am Skip Trace. I am a lifetime military man.
And Achieve.
Have been doing this for a very long time and spent many a year in cryo sleep. I was higher ranked than I am now, but have been knocked down for insubordination, you could say, but it wasn't really.
Katrina.
Katrina Talmus, a Martian princess and turned mercenary who is essentially an heiress to a wealthy shipping company that quote unquote turned traitor in the Martian War for Independence. and or turned savior, depending on your perspective. She now has found herself through a series of unfortunate events in the I'm not sure if employ or the conscription of the SSA. And she's, it's going great. She's so happy to be here.
It's a good time. You're writing home about boot camp, and you're like, "This is great." It's not in your handwriting.
Hello, mother. Hello, father.
Ken.
I play a character called Dolby, Captain Dolby Newman. He's a shit kicker of a captain. He'll cut you in half if you say the wrong thing at the wrong time. He's a risk, sort of a wild card, as some would say, and we'll do just about whatever it takes to get shit done, even if it's the wrong thing.
He'll even do the wrong thing to get shit done.
It doesn't matter.
We'll get shit done.
It's gonna happen one way or another.
Hulker.
Burgess will do things. Private Burgess is a Space Marine from Prime. He was in cryo sleep one too many times, and is now rather allergic to it, you could say. He's had an ongoing relationship with his niece, who appears out of nowhere and tells him to do things, or tells him things.
We might need some context for that, Hulker.
Yeah,
It doesn't sound right.
so his niece, who he was convinced he left behind in an earlier part of his storyline, well before the game, that he is convinced is lost, just shows up out of nowhere and tells him things. Some things are helpful, some things not so helpful, and sometimes he listens to them.
He hates boxes.
And boxes, yes.
Suspect foul
hey.
play.
Fascinated. Yeah, all of those things.
Also with you, you have Private Second Class Alice Brick, who is a moon child born on Luna. You guys have been with her for a while. She's quite young for a Space Marine, a former dissident who was led astray, but thankfully the SSA brought her back, got her to see the light, and put her in the oversight of under the tutelage, we'll say, of Dolby. You also have Beatrice Coolme with you. Beatrice is a lieutenant commander in the PNB, the Prime Naval Brigade. And kind of like a personal assistant to Colonel Grimm, who is he's a captain in the Prime Naval Brigade, but we've been calling him Colonel so that it's a little bit clearer. Now he's eschewed all of those names and he goes by Generalissimo. So you got that to think about. You have a few other players, Cherokee Sue, as well as Silas, and Archangel. Archangel is on your whole ship, as far as you know, the Cool Mint. We'll say that Silas and Cherokee, they're in the room with you all. You're in this back room, kind of hidden, third floor vestibule of this bar, the Greasy Axle. And Katrina, where are you?
I'll also be in the bar.
You'll just be down below, actually at the bar.
Yes.
It's the first time you've seen that the normal bartender, a fellow who looks oddly like me, is not there. In his stead is that robot that's like the size of a beach ball, and it kind of I was gonna have it hover around, but I think instead it's gonna be like on a food tray cart, and it's clearly two pieces of machinery that have been welded together, and it kind of like runs around on four wheels.
Considering Katrina does know that Generalissimo has been going around like murking people, right?
Yeah, the last week. So you guys have been here about 4 or 5 days.
Gotcha.
In this last week, in the middle of the night, think Gestapo. People will have knock, 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 and they just get dragged out, sometimes shot in the streets. There have been a couple times where there have been mass shootings, maybe 5 to 10 people. Nothing like when you guys landed. And actually, Katrina, I don't think you were quite awake when you landed, but you saw the aftermath. Lots and lots of people were taken out, and you've seen the bodies being moved. By the way, if anybody's listening to this, and here's some trigger warnings, this is going to be a wild ride we're going to be dealing with. So, disclaimer, a little bit.
I mean, Katrina will probably assume that she remembers the bartender had some less than savory things to say about the SSA, so she probably imagines he got taken out back and went the way of Old Yeller.
He didn't like Confucius, though.
It's true.
Yeah, true. But he didn't seem like the SSA either. And given, I don't know, I feel like his allegiances were ambiguous enough that it probably would have been enough for Confucius. I mean, that's what Katrina would probably assume, that he probably is in one of the body piles out there somewhere.
Me go look.
I'm not gonna look.
They take him outside the city, like a good ways, maybe a few miles. Supposedly, Katrina, you'll hear some people kind of whispering now that you're going to bring this up, and I'll give you a narrative point just for having this, because you're on the right track with something that I was attempting to show with William. That's nice. Couple miles out, supposedly, there is a large trench, and they're putting lye and stuff in it, so the bodies will go away. It's filled with thousands, supposedly, and at night, the very few scavenger animals on this alien moon come out and have their way. But it's an urban legend right now. Like, no one's seen it. They've heard kind of whispers of it. Another thing is the idea at the top of the week, all the people that were killed were the paramilitary that had allied completely with Confucius and had forsworn. Is that the right way to say it? Forsworn? No, forsaken the SSA. So they were killed because they were slaughtered because they were actually dissidents, and they'd been helping the Clad. Supposedly a lot of them were moles and had been, shuffling information to the Clad. And all the people where they've been taken away in the night, they're actually underneath the city in bunkers, and a lot of them have been shipped off pretty much for questioning to a space station a few light years away, like an SSA space station, pretty much just for questioning, and so long as everything's cool, they'll be brought back. Or at least that's what they're all saying.
Good times. Dictatorships, yay!
Welcome to the world of not my problem.
the radio, because it's a radio, is going, communications, and the general propaganda is going. So what I said last time, in fairly quick succession, over the last 30 minutes to an hour and a half, some broadcasts have gone out, Novus Terra wide, broadcast about the other settlements, as in all 2 of the other settlements, as well as a couple broadcasts from Prime, from the Sol system, basically saying the SSA has the matters under control. The Clad attacked, destroyed some ships, and we need to bolster our defenses in the proximal colonies. Marines are being sent out to deal with things and secure the peace, make sure that the Clad can't attack elsewhere. Also, if you hear of any dissidents, of anyone who is a sympathizer to our enemies, you will be rewarded for turning them in. It'll even say, if you've even had thoughts, turning yourself in means that your crimes will be expunged, and you'll be forgiven.
Trust us, we really mean it.
If you're an artist or a scholar, you should probably go to the main office, so you can get a card for your status. Anyway, that's what's going on in the bar. You guys have been given your communication to immediately,
sign up for your chain code
or
today.
whenever you can, go see the Generalissimo, for a chat. Midnight cup of tea is what it actually is.
Good.
Actions on you all.
Well, it sounds like engineering really needs to get his laundry done. What a guy. I mean, cleanliness and his loyalty to the SSA is just so amazing. Unparalleled, really. I can't say enough good things about him.
Sir, he could not speak openly.
He can always talk openly with me.
Nope, because of the people around him.
Who's around him?
He was with the Generalissimo's men.
Oh, Generalissimo. Yeah, well, he's, Grim is a good guy. We set him free. He gets shit done. He's an impressive man. I feel like he could probably do some more due diligence on, some of these people could have been re-educated, but maybe not. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. What I know is that I've heard a few things. He probably just needs his meds.
Yeah, Coolme is sitting there in this. It's kind of like a karaoke room. You got like a bowl of fruit and a whole bunch of like bad liquor, malt liquor, and we'll say Novus Terra and whiskey. She's standing. She's in her military P&B garb, but it's like the blues. Like it has like the skirt and kind of nice and that kind of stuff. Like something you would wear to a ceremony. She looks worried as you say, Dolby, you mentioned Grim needs his meds, and she nods. Cherokee Sue is sitting there like a mountain. He seems to be siding with Skip Trace. Dolby, you can tell he's got that look on his face, which you've probably come to know means he's about to say, listen, Dolby. But he's holding his tongue, maybe pulling his hair back and re-putting it into a knot.
I think you guys are being a little paranoid. I'll go talk to him. You guys need to ready the ship. I'm ready to GTFO out of this spot. Like this little backwards town. It's great. I'm glad all this stuff is happening, but we got everything kind of back in line the way it needed to be, and job's done. So I feel like he probably just wants to wish us well, and I'm gonna go in and just in case, Cherokee, would you make me up some of his meds? Maybe mix it up into a bottle of some kind, and I'll share it with him.
I don't know what his meds are, Dalby.
He liked the stim packs that we were giving him, or I guess they were downers. If you got some downers or something, I think that's all he needs.
I think I gave him a few stim packs.
Yeah.
Well, if he's... do you guys want to bid, Cherokee?
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
As Cherokee thinks about it for a second, maybe shares a couple words with Silas, who seems to kind of know what Cherokee's just referencing by looking at him and by the conversation. Silas kind of grimaces. Cherokee turns back to you. Well, looking at Burgess. If Stempex calmed him down, he'll look over at Dolby. Well, Dolby, that means he's probably addicted to him. I mean, that can happen. But it's more than that. He's pointing at Kulmi. I've been thinking about what she said. If Grimm, or the Generalissimo, has had eugenics done on him, we have no idea what sort of alternative side effects these drugs have.
Well, maybe you should figure that out. Why don't you go with Kulmi and figure it out?
He kind of shrugs, stands up, towering above you guys.
See if you can find an expert. Maybe take Burgess with you. I don't know. Maybe not. Burgess, you stick with me. It's fine. Take Silas with you.
Sir, if I was to go to one of those re-education camps, would I get educated?
Sure. No. You've been. We went last time together. It was a good time.
Oh.
He looks over, holding his massive hand out towards you, Burgess. Can I get those stim packs?
Huh? You want stim packs?
He nods. Do you have any?
Not on me. I think the ship probably has some.
Well, I'll go to the ship. He'll look at Kulmi. Is that okay? She nods. And they leave.
Silas, good to see you. You're looking stout today, like you're really ready to go.
Why are you NPCing with the people that are here? You have literally all the players. You're like, leave the scene, all right, NPCs.
Why don't you go put your eyes on the ship and see what's going on there. Go with those guys.
All right, Silas. Silas will be like, all right, sir. takes their sniper rifle, it's collapsed, and walks out.
All right, Burgess, Skip, let's go find Katrina and update her on what's happening.
Sure, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You guys head downstairs. You find Katrina in the bar. There are several people in here. It's nighttime. It's midnight 30. Lots of people, actually. There's not very much mirth. The bar has taken a turn, whereas before people looked like colonists. Maybe they worked in the factories. had various jobs. Now everyone looks the same. They're wearing not necessarily military garb, but it's almost like a communist looking arrangement. So uniform, right? There are several P&B soldiers in here, and a couple PMC that would be under Lieutenant Asterix are in here. They'll be at two different tables, but it's a rather somber attitude. Everyone's a little bit stiff, drinking, talking, low tones, and that communique is just a little bit too loud. You can hear it kind of going on in the background, a little loud, nonstop.
Sir, looks like Katrina's over at the bar.
Yeah, I think we should take off. Maybe go for a walk. Get her and let's go outside.
I'll walk up to Katrina. Katrina, we've just got some communiques. I guess you heard them. We're planning on trying to get out of here pretty quickly. If you want to come walk with us, Dobie was wanting to talk to you.
Is it a walk or is it a walk?
It's a walk that we just the Generalissimo wants to meet with us, so I think Dobie's gonna do it. We're just walking him over there.
Okay. I mean, as long as you're not setting me up to take me out back like Old Yeller, I'm okay.
No, we want. Dobie really wants you to fly us, so you don't need to worry about that. I think the less time we spend on this, our mission here should be done, so we should get out of here and on to the next.
Okay. Well, I can fly us out of here. That's fine. I finish out my drink and stand up and, get ready to walk.
Once we're a few feet away from the bar and we're kind of down the street, I'm going to just kind of do a quick look around. Do I need to bid to see if anybody's kind of following us or?
So it's kind of, it's up to you. If you bid, you're going to see anyone who might be hiding.
Yeah.
Right? If you just look around, then you just look around.
Let's go to comms, guys. And I put my little helmet down and, is this secure? Let's go to a secure channel, I guess. So I think we need to do a quick conversation. I think we need to go see Grim. Because I believe if we don't, we're gonna get shot out of the sky by whatever ships he's got. I think we need to be careful around him because Katrina, you and I really have needed to talk for a little while. Have just a little conversation about the future. I don't mean to conscript you forever. I think you're an amazing pilot. But I also have some questions for you. And it's concerning Telmar because and you acted kind of weird in a moment. Did you reach out somehow to Telmar? Because Ramadan showed up and...
Oh, I just have some shall we say, express channels that I can access when I need to.
Well, we know about the Ansible. Did you use the Ansible?
Katrina will actually... if she has her helmet on, you probably wouldn't see her frown. You shouldn't know about that.
Well, everybody of a certain set clearance knows about it on this planet. I think at this point, they're looking for it, and my first thought is that you should probably keep that to yourself. But we are going to need to go to it probably, maybe not today, but maybe keeping that out of Grimm's ears is important, as well as Gostrom probably should not know too much about Gostrom.
And here I thought Grimm was your new best friend.
You know, I'm still alive because I do okay with working this system. Things are on a need-to-know basis, and what I'm concerned about is that this nuclear hailstorm of damage kind of happened after some weird shit went down in the palace when we first arrived, after the shitstorm that happened when Skip started firing on the city randomly, and we just had to take the city by force, which was not really a goal, but it happened, and so we move on. I guess what I'm saying is that I think, and I'm not 100%, but I presume that whatever message you sent out, that was the response.
My message was merely letting Telmar Shipping know where I was.
But I'm going to cue you into some set clearance that I was just made out of where, or I don't know, that Telmar and Ramada and all the corporations are against the SSA. I have to validate this information, of course, but it is an important new piece of information that I think puts your life in danger. And my goal is to keep you alive, because I think you have a lot to add, and that maybe by getting you back in, you seem like a nice enough person. I don't know who's in control of Telmar now, but if you really are who you say you are, I think it might go a long way in realigning the corporate agenda.
What are you asking me?
I'm actually going to ask you to be quiet when we go to see Grimm. I might not even want you there, but I just want to be on the same page. I also heard a rumor from Skip Trace that you kind of wanted to take me out. So is that true?
Well, Katrina will actually pause for a second.
Throwing Skip Trace under the bus.
Oh no, not Skip. Cherokee Sue said that. Cherokee Sue said that, not Skip Trace.
I was about to say, I don't think I said that at all. I'm like,
Hey, dude.
he's just walking all over you. Oh, because Skip killed those guys. Skip said that you're going to kill everybody.
Well, I simply wanted to leave, but if I knew that if you were going to try and drag me into this mess, that was my next best alternative.
It is a mess. It's a shitstorm. I don't make the right call every time. I just call it like I see it. But I'm watching you.
But you can watch me all you want, but I'm going to make this pretty clear. There's a reason I don't work for my family's company anymore, and that is the very reason why I have a problem with anybody trying to tell me what to do.
Then why'd you message them?
why did I message them? Because it was simply the most expedient avenue for my extraction.
Well, extraction or it seemed like they were going to take you out. They, whoever received that message does not like you. As far as I can tell. I feel like I'm the only person on this planet trying to keep you alive. I'm pretty sure
it has been what, 50 years since I left, probably, maybe more.
Yeah.
So who knows what all has changed in the time, but still, I have a feeling my name still holds some weight.
Well, let's hope it does. I am concerned for your safety and health if Grim finds out about you. So I think any additional attempts to try to communicate with Telmar is probably bad for you. And I think we should come up with another name for you to have. If you have an alias and maybe some credentials, I think that would be important.
Sure, why not? Because actually that would probably make sense. I'm gonna do that. I feel like that would make sense for my character because she probably she would, at the very least in the beginning, would have had some kind of alias she went by because she didn't want to rely on her family's name for clout. So, and you'd probably need a full name for an actual fake ID. So, I'll have a fake.
It'd be like Madonna. I mean, who knows?
I'll have I'll use a pip for this. That'll have a fake ID or a fake, whatever ID, whatever it would be ID in the universe. That says Stellaris on it.
Okay, so you can have a little ID, a little chit, or you can have a little scanner thing on your wrist, and maybe it's something almost like a sticker that you can put over top of it that is disguised in such a way to where whenever people scan, it just fake scanners or spoofs them.
Oh, here's a good one. I would imagine, in particular, because Katrina's whole thing is she's an EVA specialist, it would probably list her as a Voidborn.
Yeah, sure. She's a Voidborn. So she's a base.
So I've been watching you for the last week. Burgess, Skip, has Katrina done anything untoward?
Is this?
No, this is open comms. This is open comms. Katrina hears this.
Really quick, where are you guys right now?
We're just headed kind of towards the ship.
Okay. So the ship is the northeast part of the city. So you're walking around the place where you actually fought. You're not yet to the fountain, where the bunker is and all that crap. You'd keep on walking around. You got a few miles before you get to the actual airbase, and that's where airbase and barracks, and that's where the Coolment is located. Dolby, did you bid to see if anyone was following you or not?
I did not bid.
Okay. So there are people around, but it's late, so it's just here and there.
Just to stay out of the dread.
Sure.
for no other reason. So I want to be open with you. I want you to feel comfortable with me, Katrina. And I don't want to have to watch you all the time. So
I mean, there's a real simple way to rectify that whole situation.
What is that?
You release me from your conscription, and we write up a formal contract.
What would this contract be with?
Me.
Just you? Do you have an LLC?
Just.
I'll write
I'm
a
a
contract with
mercenary.
you.
What do you think? I'm
got
a
a
mercenary.
contract
What
for
do you
you.
think I do?
Yeah. Okay. But I need to know that I can trust you. And if you don't want to be conscripted, if we have a contract, that's good enough for me. But I want to bury whatever it is that you think I am, because I think, and I don't know why, there's something about you, and I think that it's really gonna make a difference. I don't know why. Goes against my normal, just if I don't understand it, I kill it. I don't. You got something, and
It's like a Halo.
yeah, you got something.
It's like a PC Halo.
Skip Burgess.
Yes.
What is can you update me on what you've seen this week?
There's been nothing untoward.
I could update you, sir, but I don't think anyone else has seen it.
Okay. You seen that little girl still?
Not lately, sir.
That's good. All right.
His context is just the needed. Just needed. Whatever.
Yeah. So I don't really need anything from. I want to get that cocktail from Cherokee Sue. So I guess we go meet at the ship, and then we'll figure out what to do next with Grim.
You guys are passing the fountain. You see how it's been ripped up, and the stairwell that leads to where Confucius's lair was. There's spent rounds around. You'll actually pass by some of the rubble from the uprising, and the cleaning crews have been around, but you see some of the scorch marks and maybe even on like flecks of blood here and there. They just haven't been picked off the statue. The statue itself is did I tell you what it was made of?
You may have, but
Well, we're gonna say it's made of cobalt. So
Shit.
this huge cobalt statue. Cobalt's probably reactive, and this is completely impossible.
It's very explosive, cobalt.
yeah, it would have blown up when we were shooting around it.
Yeah, it would have.
It combines with oxygen in the air, but does not catch fire on and burn unless it is in the powder form. So it as a stone or as a hunk of metal is actually not that reactive. It's got to be either a gas or a powder. See, it does not react with water that is at room temperature. So what we'll say is it's a cobalt mixture with some kind of steel, some sort of alloy, and it has like a weird patina on it. Maybe because of the rain, because it still does react a little bit. So it'll be blue and kind of turquoise and whatnot. Anyway, as you're moving by, you'll note that around the capital there are station guards. It looks like they're little fire teams, so it's heightened security. Maybe 4 to 5 Marines. They are not in full battle gear like you guys. They've kind of changed up their gear a little bit. They almost look like security, but you can tell by their bearing and the weapons they're holding that they were former Marines. They watch you guys, but it's just in passing as you guys keep on walking.
I think the statue's cobalt plated. This computer
Cobalt
system's
plated.
too cheap to make it all out of cobalt.
Yeah, they said it was cobalt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're still headed to the
All right. So what we'll do,
Cool Mint.
we will montage to the Cool Mint. You guys walk through the city, and just like I said, bit of a somber tone. There are fewer people. You see that several of the buildings, were damaged. Maybe where Johnny 25 came through, and some rubble hasn't been cleared yet. A couple of the buildings have condemned signs and yellow tape on them. In some of the buildings that are still occupied, many of the residents, just dark windows. It looks abandoned. As you guys make your way to the airfield, loads of ships. Those fighters that you guys have run into a couple different times, Scoots and Nats, are up here. The Scooters are the ones that have the ram on them, so they actually ram into ships, and then the Nats are the starfighters. Again, it's guarded. The chain link fence with the razor wires up. As you come up to the gate, and there's a little pillbox. A private, will be in there as he comes up and asks, Captain, Sergeant. He kind of looks over at you, Skip Trace, looking at your insignia for a second, as it's like he doesn't know what it is at first. Right. What can I do for you tonight, Captain?
I just have some shit I gotta pick up on my little boat over there.
No problem. You have ID?
I do have ID. We've been working on the ship all day, or all week, but yeah. Here
Just
you
follow
go.
the protocol, sir.
Oh, that's fine.
As he holds out the little scanner thing, it looks like, you're going to pay a bill.
Yeah. Here you go.
As you boop with your wrist, he opens the gate, does this. The other guy in the pillbox punches in some things. The lights come down on you all, and the gate opens. He salutes you.
Let's lead him back.
Captain, as you're walking by,
Yeah.
you see him smiling. Good job, by the way. You made the SSA proud.
Yeah, we had to do it. It was a battle. Getting ready to go see Grim later.
Generalissimo.
Yeah, he's gonna give us an award, I bet. Another one. They gave me this big one right here. Pretty proud of that.
He smiles and salutes again. Eating the SSA Snickers bar, goes back into the pillbox. As you all start walking this tarmac, if you've been on a tarmac, you know what it looks like. Big, wide piece of tarmac. As you walk up to the Cool Mint, you see it up there. Some running lights are going on it. And we'll say that you see someone in the cockpit moving about as you're walking up.
Dude, they look like... Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I would say that Alice and Engineering have been on the ship since we haven't talked about them.
Well, Engineering's not.
Engineering's
But-
definitely not.
Oh, okay. Alice.
Alice could be.
Alice was with us
Actually,
at
Alice was
the...
with you. Yeah, Alice was with you.
Alice
Okay,
is
so she's
probably
with us now still.
Yeah.
What now, Skip?
I was just trying to make sure. I was making sure that you guys didn't think we forgot them, because I'm like, we gotta have them somewhere.
Yeah, we got everybody. We should have everybody with us, except for Silas and Archangel is somewhere. I mean, I don't try to keep up with him. He just flies around like a crazy person. I might say, well, get what you need to do. We got to figure out sort of the plan. I'm gonna head to Grimm's. I'm gonna head to meet with Grimm. Why don't you guys, Burgess, you're with me.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you and Katrina and Alice hang here?
Sir, do you not want to get the stuff Cherokee was making for you?
Well, I don't know where he is, so I got to go find him.
You sent him to the ship.
Oh, is that where he is? He's at the ship? Everybody should be at the ship then. All right, well, let's make a plan of how to do this. Colmy is definitely concerned.
Are we going to see Grimm, sir?
Yeah, here shortly, maybe in a few minutes. I think he's probably expecting us. It's kind of a weird time, but I think when you're off your meds, shit needs to happen fast.
Yes, sir. I totally understand.
So, you had sent Cherokee and Silas, or should I say,
And Coleman.
Silas.
Yeah, they were
Silas
just
went up.
ahead of us.
So you had sent Cherokee and Coolme out to get meds
Yeah.
for Grimm, and Burgess said that there were stim packs on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
So then they left. That doesn't mean they went to the ship.
Right.
Okay. Silas, you said to go get a vantage point.
Mm-hmm.
So Silas went to the top of the bar, to the roof where they were before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will go into the ship.
I can't spoon feed you. You can ask questions. You can do stuff.
I will
just
go into the ship and see if Cherokee Sue is here.
As you go into the ship, you hear some bumbling around in the cockpit. Climbing the stairs, you see the cockpit doors closed. Skip.
Okay, I will go up to the cockpit and go in.
Yep. As you do, you hear kind of like a "ah" as Archangel turns around real quick. Ah! He has his helmet off. You see him. He is beautiful.
Oh, so that's what you look like.
Oh, as he puts his helmet back on. Yeah, I was just checking out, and you see that some of the displays are on, the holographics and whatnot. I was just checking out some of the messages and whatnot that were going through. It kind of troubled me. There's a lot of traffic.
Does everything seem okay from what you're seeing?
He kind of turns, and he'll go into this long string of techno babble. Okay? It is protracted. All right? You can bid to know what he's talking about.
I'm not gonna know. To be honest, I'm not gonna know at all. So Skip's like...
He's talking about encryption and displacement and two universes that maybe shouldn't be, and all these theories, and he's seen the code and disturbance, and he's going.
Well, I know what encryption means.
Yeah.
Good points. The rest of you, are you getting on the ship?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
As you guys all get on the ship. So engineering is not here. Cool Me and Cherokee are not here. Yeah, and then Silas is meandering about.
All right.
Which you can bid for Silas to be certain places if you want. I mean, they can be following you guys or whatever it is you want them to do.
Yeah, I just think Overwatch is
they're pretty competent. So,
so what I think should happen, because I just have some nerves going on. I kind of want to go alone to see Grim, and I need that medication from Cherokee. So why don't you guys all ready the ship? Burgess, Skip, Katrina, and I'll go visit Grim. Oh, quick! I punch out a little on a screen, just sort of the printer nearby, and maybe not even a printer. Or it's like, Katrina, just give me your thumbprint. We'll do a standard Merc package and I can change your conscription status. It might give you a little more leeway to go around some of the red tape if you want. But I think you're safer under the SSA control. Not control is a bad word, but under the guise of the SSA, I feel like I can protect you better.
While I appreciate the intention, I've survived this long. I think I can take care of myself.
You know, we
and I'd be
rescued you
much more
from
comfortable with this.
pirates.
That
right?
was an oversight.
Okay. just saying. But all right, I'll throw a Merc package together. But you are, you do have to follow the rules of the SSA. It's a little looser. Thanks for the service. And once we are back in the Sol system, we'll release you. Any additional resources of trying to figure out Telmar, that situation, we will. This will absolve you from the traitorish Telmar people, and maybe we can get you installed in there instead.
So just so that I know what you're doing, Dolby.
Yeah.
What are you bidding?
I'm gonna bid. Something. Sorry about that, guys. I'll bid Believer.
And with Believer, you're punching the computer, and what are you changing her status to?
I'm just gonna, instead of conscripted private, to mercenary for hire.
Like attaché?
Yeah.
Contract labor.
Contract labor. Yeah,
Contract
contractor.
labor.
I mean,
That's fair, yeah, they're fair. It's funny.
Okay. Yep.
And
employee.
it comes with probably a higher wage as well.
Yeah. Yeah, a much higher wage. Sure.
So, when you go in to speak with the Generalissimo, it may be wise to have your comms on, and there may be a passphrase or something that you want to say in case things go wrong.
Well, the passphrase is if shit starts blowing up, shit's gone wrong. That'll be it. So I appreciate that. I think you'll know. We're not delicate men. And I don't foresee any issues. I know you guys are worried about it, but I think Grim just needs some information, and he might think that I have it. So I don't think there's anything to be concerned about. That being said, get with Archangel. I realize Engineering's not here. Maybe try to find out where he is, because he's such a loyal soldier.
He's
need to.
With the Generalissimo.
All right. Well, then that'll be fine. So you get.
While you're gone. Oh, go ahead.
You get this ship shape ready to do whatever it is we need to do. Susan will help you guys through whatever that is. And Archangel will be here as well. I might take Brick with me.
I will check all of the cryo beds, especially those 6 new ones.
Yeah.
Make sure they're good to go, and there will be no accidents on my watch on those cryo beds.
Thank you very much. Kulmi, I think you were messaged to come as well, so why don't you come with us and give me some insight?
Are you messaging Kulmi?
Oh, Kulmi's not with us. No, I'm not. I thought for some reason she's with Skip, but I'll message them as soon as I take off.
Out of game. This might be something that conversation that brought up in Katrina's mind. Is there a way in universe for someone with a netic implant to remain conscious while they're in cryo, like through their netic implant?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like that'd be something that Katrina would probably start thinking about.
Oh yeah. It's dangerous.
Yeah, you might turn out like Burgess.
Yeah, the whole point is to keep your mind, in a liminal state and not aged and that kind of stuff. So you could go nuts, but yeah, you can. In fact, that's probably happened by accident. But yeah, people do it. You could do lots of cool stuff.
Well,
you can learn new things. You can go through hypercycles, all kinds of stuff.
I just the thought of getting stuck again in my cryopod with pirates taking advantage of me being unconscious is probably making Katrina a little paranoid at this point. Sure, actually. Sure.
Yeah, you can start thinking about it. Also, I sent you a message to clarify.
Okay. And that being said, Skip, maybe you could do an alarm system that wakes a few of us up out of cryo if we're on a long haul sleep, just in case we run into any. Did
Katrina say that out loud, or did you guys just have the same thought?
No, I mean, I think that's a good call. We've had a lot of cryo issues. I just said that because Skip was saying that he was messing with cryo, I think, having an alarm system.
The RI is supposed to do that.
Oh.
So, because Alfred is kind of woke us up on that last one.
That's right. That's right. Well, that's part of the reason why we need an RI. Because we want to survive getting back to Seoul.
Susan?
Guess.
It is a part of the IRA. It is a part of the RI's duties to wake up cryo sleep if something happens, correct?
That's correct. Skip Trace.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, you guys have the ship. I'm gonna go meet Cherokee.
As Dolby, you're going down. Are you bringing Brick with you or no?
No. Brick, I think I changed my mind. Stay on this ship. I'm gonna go alone.
As you're leaving the ship, Burgess, you're gonna get a little ping from Cherokee Sue. Pung. Hey Burgess.
What?
So Kulmi and I, she had a really good idea. We could just go to the med station, where they have stim packs, and instead of having to huff it all the way to the ship miles away. What do I need to get? And there's a few different kinds of stim packs. Did you see which cocktail Dolby gave Grim?
No. I grab a stim pack. I stab a stim pack.
All right. I'll is Dolby around? Are you all still at the bar?
He just left. If you can catch him, if you run.
All right, we'll head to the bar. Clink. Dolby, as you're getting down to the tarmac, you get a ping from Cherokee Sue. Captain Dolby. Hello?
Hey, yeah, hey, I was kind of lost in a thought there for a second. What's going on?
We're headed back to meet you all. We just stopped at the aid station, and why go all the way to the ship?
Sure. Oh, yeah. No, I'm kind of kicking my own ass. I didn't need to. I just should have ordered everybody to go to the ship, but I kind of walked to the ship, so I'll be a little bit. I might catch a ride into town.
There's a cutscene of Cherokee, like he looks at Coolme, who shrugs back at him.
Yeah. Let's meet. I guess we'll meet near the Capitol, maybe near that statue, that cobalt statue.
The statue? Okay.
That was
what about
destroyed.
Silas?
Silas, just have Silas maybe watch that little area just in case. You know,
All right.
there are any unrulies
We're
about.
We're on our way. Do you know what kind of stem pack? What the number was?
Oh yeah,
That you
kind of. Well, I
was
mean,
it the
was-
little blue ones or the big red ones?
it was the ones that it was supposed to knock him out, but it didn't.
Well, a
he just
stem
liked
pack
it.
never knocked you out.
Yeah, it was the stem
was
pack.
it a stem pack, or was it
Oh, it was
like
like
Novocaine or something?
it was like a med kit. It was like what was it specifically? I mean, a lot was
if
happening.
it wasn't a stem pack, then stem pack heals you and it's an
No, it wasn't
upper.
a stem pack. It was a downer. It was like
He's like holding all these stem packs. He turns it off. Fuck! He's like on. Okay, so what are we working for here? What do I need to get? As he's like walking back to the aid station.
what is it called? What is that stuff called that people take sometimes when they're depressed and they like? I don't know. I'm not a doctor, man. It's a downer. You got to give him a downer. It was supposed to knock him out, like, and it didn't.
Well, I'll find something.
Yeah, just what's that stuff called? I really can't remember.
Probably in the DreadLore book.
Yeah, probably.
Well, Solstice's drink was the cryo juice.
Was it?
That's what we did. Solstice's drink was the cryo stuff.
Yeah.
Stim packs are essentially lifeline.
Mhm.
And what was the downer? Because it juiced him was the thing, and made him like okay.
No, see what I
think it was-
did was I
I think
gave
it was
him.
down.
Was it a juice? What was it? Did we just give him some quirt?
I think it was either Quirt or it was Licia Onya.
Yeah, I don't know, Lucia.
No, Quirt is an up.
Yeah, I must have given him a quirt, but I thought it was a downer. Like I was trying to knock him out.
He didn't. Yeah.
Didn't.
So at present, you're not really sure. You just gave him something. It was either Quirt, which is a hard upper, like a serious upper,
Yeah.
or it was Licia Onya.
It must have been Licia Onye. I didn't know the term for it.
We'll figure it out with the fate roll.
It's a hallucinogen.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, when you give it to him is when the fate roll would happen.
Yeah. Is it possible to mix both into like some wine?
You mean drug him?
Well, no,
As
we just
Umi kind of looks at him.
no,
What?
not drug. I mean, just what? How does ask Comey how he usually gets his meds?
She says, well, usually by a syringe. He stabs himself. It's pretty rough. He's kind of proud of all the stab places he uses.
Okay,
Sometimes between the toes, sometimes in the taint.
good. Well, I don't know. It's probably an upper. He was pretty far up though when
He
When
calls it
was-
a clean death.
He was in his cell. He was just kind of way the fuck out.
All
I really don't know.
right. All right. Well, we'll get Licia Onye. If they have court, we'll get it. And
I got
I've
some court. Hold on one second. I got some court, I think. Probably.
As you guys montage, there'll be you walk. Mind you, we're talking miles.
No,
like-
I at the gate. I was like, "Can I get a lift back into town?" God damn it!
Yes, sir. They get on a little buggy, ring, and
Yeah,
like
give
in
me a card.
Match, this private jumps in and is driving into town. So at this point in time, it's around 2 in the morning because it took you guys about an hour.
Yeah, probably
walk.
now. Yeah.
Alice, have you ever worked on any cryo beds?
I've worked on just normal maintenance.
You want to learn some stuff?
Sure, why not?
So I'll take Alice and show her the ropes in case something happens ever to me.
That's a good point. Do you want to bid Alice to learn cryo stuff?
Sure. Anybody else have a problem?
Yes, Katrina.
I'll be back. I gotta go to the bathroom and get a drink.
You guys cool with bidding Alice?
If it means that the cryo beds work, hopefully.
Yeah, she will have a general knowledge of how they work and like can troubleshoot basic ideas.
Okay.
Which is good. So as we montage a little bit, Dolby, you're catching a ride into town. Your two NPCs right now, Cherokee and Coolme, are in the med station. They're going to be getting some stuff. We'll make some rolls to see what you get because this is just extra loot for you all. We'll run a bit of an encounter back on the Cool Mint with the rest of everybody, and then we'll kind of move forward. So let's do some rolls really quick and see what we get.
Cool.
We'll be using the DreadLore book for this.
Which you can find on DreadLore.com. Links to.
And how much is the new paperback?
Paperback should be right around $45, I believe. 40
Nice.
or 45.
Very cool. Which is a
If
little
anybody
less.
wants it, and you message us via the contact page, we will give you $5 off.
Ooh.
I know. Just tell me when and where. All right. This sexy, sexy book. I've got to find the table of contents. There we go.
Just it's been a month. It's been a while since we've played this game. we still know how to play, right?
I have the paperback right here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I wanted to buy one just to make sure it didn't look like crap. Yeah, I will be likely at a convention, the Lake Tahoe Comic Con, peddling some DreadLore pretty soon. Ari, alchemical brews. All right. So we'll have all three of you roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll say a D12.
Who's got that?
Tell me what you get.
I got
Everybody?
an 11. Yes.
I got an 11 too.
So, oh,
I got an
so that's
8.
So you got 2 vials of quart.
Nice. Who's writing this down?
And one of Licia Onye. Wow, that's oddly specific. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, it's technically liquid litmus. Yeah, we'll say Licia Onya. All right, roll again.
8.
Okay, so that is Licia Onya.
I got a 12.
12 is very strong wine.
Oh, nice.
I got an 11.
It's Court again.
Yep, and that's Quirt. All right, and we'll roll one more time. Roll a d10, not a d12, sorry.
Okay. Because I've rolled an 11 on that one. I don't know. It's 11 and 8. That's all it's coming up. 7 on my D10.
I got a 5.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, nice. 6, 7. So Drizzle, you get a it's life wine, so it is a stem pack. It will be 2d4 plus 1. So it's like a super stemp. It's one of the red ones instead of the blue ones. And Dolby, you got Nevid Bleco, or Nevid Blesso.
Whoa.
Which is, you're going to have to look up what that is.
I know exactly what that is.
We know what that is. It's going to be, it will not literally turn you invisible. It is a, no, it's used for surgery. And so it causes parts of the body to be translucent. So you can see through someone's body and like diagnose things.
I got a 9.
That is some cryo juice. Solstice drink. All right, and we'll have Andrea roll 3 times as well.
Nice.
And see what the haul is that Cherokee Sioux brings back. So Nevi de Blesso renders you, by the book, invisible, but that's because it's fantasy. It's crapshoot. What happens upon drinking 1? Your skin becomes invisible, which is essentially what I said. 2, you become really difficult to see. Basically, you get chameleon skin. 3, you start to fade out. This is going to be a hallucination type thing. 4, you think you're invisible.
And everybody else sees you.
Right. And 5 and 6, you become invisible altogether. We don't want to take this into fantasy. It still needs to have at least the pseudoscience.
Sure.
So I don't know. There's like the idea of invisible man. So yeah, on a 5 and a 6, you become you become invisible, but your clothes don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you've got to invisible man it.
Yeah, that's what I think Nord did that, and the Red Rit.
Yes, he did. Yeah, so 5 and 6, that's a pretty good percentage. That's like a 35-ish, 37% chance of Dolby crossing over.
Yeah, that's weird.
Naked into space.
I think it'd be a fun time if Nord or one of the Red Rit crew suddenly popped into space.
You guys almost did when you went through that rift, or when you almost went through the rift. Okay, so there's that. When Andrea gets back, we'll do the 3 for her. Meanwhile, montage, Dolby, you will get to the statue where you will meet up with Cherokee Sioux.
It's Dolby.
And Coolme. On the ship, we're going to run a little bit of a spiel. Granted, once Andrea gets back. So let's take a 5-minute break.
All right.
So use El Baño, get a drink.
Sure.
Smoke if you got them.
Nope.
Oh, wait. Did you already do it?
No. Somebody should read us out.
Well, she's back. She's back.
Oh, I don't see her.
Unless you guys want a break right now.
I mean, I'm fine for a break. I could use a break.
That would be good.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a hi, Andrea. We're gonna do like a 5-minute break right now.
Oh,
We made it back in break time.
But you can roll a d12 3 times.
Yeah,
and
do
we'll
the
we'll do
have
that
her roll the
first.
dice.
Yeah. So if you want to go take a break right now, go ahead. If you need to use the bathroom or something, we'll do this and then we'll officially take one.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling d12 3 times.
Yep. And tell me what each number is.
Okay, I'll just roll 3 d12s. Easier.
And if you want to be lazy about it, sure.
Yeah, I totally want to be lazy about it. So 2. This is going to be in descending order. 2, 4, and 7.
Okay. All right. So the first one is Apprentice's Powder, which
nice.
is not black powder. It is an explosive. So it is this tangerine ash, and it is highly explosive. 4 is catnip.
That's great.
It's DreadLore catnip.
Yeah.
So it's made from a variety of witch hazel and green plant yellow flowers. It's mildly addictive, difficult to resist, the feeling of invincibility while you're under the influence. Catnip can ramp you up really high, but it's with a cost. So essentially what it does is it gives you successes, but you take damage. So it's like Regenix. Like, it juices you, but it doesn't speed you up like Quirt. It like gives you successes. So this will be you get the blue stem packs, you get the red ones. This will be one of the blue stem packs, is catnip. And that was the last number?
Grab him.
2, 4, okay, and the other one. 2, 4, 6, 7. Lifeline. So this will be one of the red ones, so it's 2d4 plus 1. It's quite a haul of stuff as you guys get into cryo and the game's over.
Nice.
All right, so let's take that break and we'll be back. I will read us out.
Nice. I was thinking of ketamine as what I gave him.
Oh, ketamine's a whole different.
Yeah. To knock him out,
That's
to
a
make
whole
him,
different experience.
to make him. It was definitely a downer, I think. Anyway, read us out. We'll figure it out one day.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. We're going to be back in about 5 minutes. This is for DreadLore's Into Space!
To space!
We want to thank a whole bunch of people for jumping on. First and foremost, the cast. Also, the Patreon peoples. Ember Alaria, also known as Nostalgic. Tim Roberts. Natalia Cline. Daniel Holker. Thank you guys very much. You can join the Patreon with, go to Patreon. Join the Patreon. It's patreon.com/DreadLore, LORE. It will help us out a ton, improve this cast, and continue doing it with all of our campaigns. I want to thank Couchfire Media Productions for all the switcheroos and the artwork and all this good stuff. Go to Couchfire Media, www.couchfiremedia.com to check them out. I want to also thank people that make the music, all lowercase letters, as well as Mr. Interrupt. You can find them everywhere. Go to Spotify. Go to anywhere you want. You can hook it up and get that music. Subscribe, please, and follow all of our stuff on the Twitches and on the YouTubes. You can find our previous episodes on YouTube as well as on Spotify and all of the things that do the podcasts. Okay, we will be back in 5 minutes.
And thanks to Tuarible Productions for
whatever they do.
Whatever they do.
And Reptilian People for
And our sponsors, Reptilian. I don't know what that is. All right. Cool.
Lord.